بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن ابي هريره رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: كنتم برياض الجنه فارتعوا. قيل يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: وما رياض الجنه؟ قال المساجد. قيل وما الرتع يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم؟ قال سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا اله الا الله والله اكبر. رواه الترمذي. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu said, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, when you pass by the gardens of Jannah, then graze, uh, then take some fruits. It was asked, "Oh Nabi Karim, what is the gardens of Jannah?" So Nabi Karim said, "The masajid are the gardens of Jannah." So it was asked, "What is taking the fruit? What is rat'a?" Nabi Karim said, "That is Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah." Now, just going to the masajid and make the dhikr, that will be. So rat actually means uh, to go into the garden and you look for the nice fruits and you partake of that. That is the meaning of rat. Right. وأنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: من أتى المسجد لشيء فهو حظه. رواه أبو داود. Narrated also from Abu Hurairah said in Nabi Kareem said, whoever comes to the masjid for something, then that is his share. Narrated by Abu Dawud. What does this mean? It means whatever intention you come to the masjid for, that's what your reward will be. If you came to the masjid for salah and for zikr, then you're going to get that reward. But if you came for some other objective, you came to meet somebody, or you came to do some sale, then it's gonna work against you. One Fatima bint al-Husayn عن جدتها فاطمة الكبرى قالت كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا دخل المسجد صلى على محمد صلى الله وسلم وقال ربي اغفر لي ذنوبي وافتح لي أبواب رحمتك. وإذا خرج صلى على محمد وسلم وقال ربي اغفر لي ذنوبي وافتح لي أبواب فضلك. رواه الترمذي وأحمد وابن ماجه. وفي روايتهما قال إذا دخل المسجد وكذا إذا خرج قال بسم الله والسلام على رسول الله بدل صلى على محمد وسلم. وقال الترمذي ليس إسناده بمتصل وفاطمة بنت الحسين لم تدرك فاطمة الكبرى. Narration of Fatima, the daughter of Hussein radiallahu anhu. And then she's narrating from who? From her grandmother, the big Fatima, in other words, as Nabi Karim's daughter, right? And she says that Nabi Karim, when he used to enter the masjid, he used to send durood upon himself, upon Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he used to send salam. And he would say, Rabbi Afili, Allah forgive me my sins and open for me the doors of your mercy. And when he would come out, he would again send durood and salam, and he would say, Rabbi Ighfir, oh Allah, forgive me my sins and open for me the doors of your virtue. Narrated by Tirmizi, right? And Ahmad and Ibn Majah. And in their riwayat, Ahmad ibn Majah, they got their wording is slightly different. What they got, call it. She says when he enters the masjid, and likewise when he would come out, you would say Bismillah wa salamu ala Rasulillah instead of saying Salla ala Muhammadin wa sallama. So they got Bismillah wa salamu ala Rasulillah, right? And Imam Tirmizi, rahmatullah, says this sanad is not connected, right? It's not muttasil. Why? Because Fatima, the daughter of Hussein, did not get Fatima al-Kubra. Did not meet her. So there's a missing rawi there. Right. And if we look at, right. So the first thing we see there is that he made durood here. So that's just to teach the ummah how to make durood. Right? Teach the ummah how to say the durood. All right. And then Fatima, the daughter of Hazrat Hussain radiallahu anhu, right? He was only 8 years old when his mother passed away. You understand it? He was 7 years old when Nabi Karim passed away. So his daughter could have never met Hazrat Fatima radiallahu anha. Right. ونعم بن شعيب عن أبيه عن جده قال نهى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن تناشد الأشعار في المسجد وعن البيع والاشتراء فيه وأن يتحلق الناس يوم الجمعة قبل الصلاة في المسجد. رواه أبو داود والترمذي. Narrated from Amr ibn Shu'ayb, from his father, from his grandfather, said Nabi Karim prohibited from singing out poems in the masjid or from saying out poems in the masjid, and from selling and buying in the masjid, and the people sit in circles on the day of Jummah before the Salah in the masjid, narrated by Abu Dawud and Tirmizi. What it means here, what poems? In other words, those poems that have lots of futile things in, that have lots of lies in, that will praise maybe the tyrants. Those poems are the ones that are that are not permissible. And then we find Hassan bin Sabit, he used to recite poems in the masjid, and his poems was in praise of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and all good poems. You understand? So that would be okay. All right. So likewise, buying and selling in the masjid is prohibited, and likewise all other dunyawi activities. You understand it? That will fall under dunyawi activities, that also you shouldn't be doing in the masjid, right? Then, then to sit in a circle, right? Uh, Firstly, because just before now, and you're sitting in a circle, and that is contrary to how you should be sitting when you're ready for salah. You understand it? By sitting in a circle. Uh, then the second thing is just that the main thing on the day of Jummah is actually to get to the masjid and be ready for the khutbah and the salah. You understand it? So to have other programs just before that day will be deterring the people from what they're supposed to be ready for just before that time. And maybe have it earlier is different, but to have it just before that time. And the third is just that obviously now, when the khutbah takes place, then there's a time you're supposed to wala salata wala kalama, no salat and no speech. Now if you're sitting in circles, that means you're not paying attention to the khatib. You understand it? All right. When Abi Hurairah radiallahu anhu qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, إذا رأيتم من يبيع أو يبتاع في المسجد فقولوا لا أربح الله تجارتك، وإذا رأيتم من ينشد فيه ضالة فقولوا لا رد الله عليك، رواه الترمذي والدارمي. Right. And Nabi Abu Hurairah said, Nabi Karim says, when you see somebody who's selling or buying in the masjid, and you should then say that may Allah don't give you profit to your trade. And when you see somebody who's looking for a lost item, then you say, then you say, may Allah Ta'ala not return it upon you. Right by Tirmidhi and Darimi. We mentioned this portion before, that it's either you're doing it the sentence is more, look, this is a curse. May Allah don't return your item to you. May Allah don't give you profit. So we said it is either taghlidan, in other words, more as a reprimand. Not really hakiki, meaning that you don't want that item to get back to that person, or you don't want him to have profit in that sale. Or the other reason we gave that if that is one way that will stop him, if you firmly believe that that's a way that will stop him from doing such a thing in the future, then it's also fine. Right. When Hakim ibn Hizam radiallahu anhu نهى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أن يستقاد في المسجد وأن ينشد فيه الإشعار وأن تقام فيه الحدود، رواه أبو داود في سننه وصاحب جامع الأصول فيه عن حكيم أو في المصابيح عن جابر. From Hakim ibn Hizam, and he says that Nabi Akram prohibited that qisas be taken in the masjid. Qisas, in other words, retribution, right? And that poems must be recited in the masjid. We mentioned that this is poems that has futile talks, and that hudud be established in the masjid. Abu Dawud narrated in his Sunan, and Sahibul Jamil Usul has mentioned it in Jamil Usul, and he also mentioned it from Hakim also, and in Masabi it is mentioned from Hazrat Jabir radiallahu anhu. Right. When Muawiyah ibn yeah, so he says from Hakim. So what he said, Sahib Jamil Usul is narrated from Hakim. He didn't say Hakim ibn Hizam. He just said Hakim. Right. When Muawiyah ibn Qurrata Nabiyana Rasul نهى عن هاتين الشجرتين يعني البصل والثوم، قال ومن أكلهما فلا يقربن مسجدنا، وقال إن كنتم لابد آكليهما فأميتوهما طبخا، رواه أبو داود. Hazrat Muawiyah ibn Qurra from his father, that Nabi Akram prohibited from these two trees, that is from onions and garlic. And he said, whoever eats them, then he shouldn't come close to our masjid. And he said, if you're definitely gonna need to eat them, then kill them, kill the smell off, right? In by cooking it. Right, by Abu Dawud. Right. Uh, so those that eat this things here, then out of respect for the masjid, he shouldn't come near the masjid even, leave alone entering the masjid. So what it means, he shouldn't come near as long as that smell is there. Because now he'll be harming the farishtas and the other musallis. You understand? Right. Wa Nabi Sayyid Rajal Qala Rasulullah Sallam, Al-ardu kulluha masjidun illa al-maqburata wal hammama rawahu Dar wa Tirmizi wa Darimi. And if Abu Sa'id Rajal said, Nabi Akram says, the land, all of it is a place of making sajda, right? Except the qabristan, the graveyard, and the bathroom. Abu Dawud, Tirmizi, and Darimi, right? The graveyard because they think you're making salat to the graves. Now you worshiping the dead. And the bathroom is full of najis there. Nakedness in the big bathrooms, the public bathrooms. On Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu, Rasulullah yusalla fi sab'i mawatina. Ibn Umar radiallahu said, Nabi Akram prohibited that salah be recited in 7 places. Fil mazbalati, that is the dump. Wal majzarati, the slaughterhouse. Right? Wal maqbarati, the qabristan. Wa qariyati tariqi, in the middle of the road. Wa fil hammami, and in the bathroom. وفي معاطن الإبل, and in the stables of the camels. وفوق ظهر بيت الله رواه الترمذي وابن ماجه, and above the Kaaba. Right. So therefore some ulama say that the reading salah in the Qabristan is makruh, and some ulama say it's permissible, but you shouldn't face the qabrs. Right. And to face the qabrs and read salah, then they all say it's haram. Right. Then they've got here, so that slaughterhouse, and that you can understand the dump that's full of najasat, right? And reading in the middle of the road, you cause people taklif, right? And you will not be able to read what concentration, because you're in the middle of the road. You understand it? So you won't be able to read also with concentration. And then also another point here is that because you read in the middle of the road now, and then the people are forced to go in front of you, then you will be the sinner. But if they're not forced to go in front of you and they still go in front of you, then they'll be the sinner. All right? Then we got that. Then we have here now, on top of the Kaaba, it is disrespectful. Then the ulamas, the dafa now, that reading salah in these 7 places, is it makruh tahrimi or tanzihi? Some say it is tanzihi, some say it is tahrimi. Leave it till me.